All right. So I know we had like 4 videos that we did yesterday, so we're probably not going to get a lot of viewers from the start, if any viewers at all. But I do appreciate the people that are over on TikTok already. Um, Anybody that's coming through that's new, feel free to double tap that screen and get some likes in here. Get some people in here, all that stuff. We got 3 people over on YouTube, 5 likes. So guys, continue to um, go hit the like button, and we'll wait for some people to get in here. We'll definitely talk about what's happening in the market right now, because overall crypto does not look great. But certain positions are making moves just based off of positive things that are happening, right? So um, yeah, I'm definitely excited about what can be. And this is not like Shibarium, but you're seeing, the beta, at least some sort of information, some sort of news, and things are up a heck of a lot right now. Well, those that are a part of that platform are up a heck of a lot right now. All right, yeah, guys, continue to hit the like button. We got 20 people over on on YouTube and 7 likes, and we have 0 likes on TikTok. So keep doing that. I don't know how many people are on Twitch. One person's on Twitch so far. Let's go Shibarium beta. Yeah, we're all about it. What price could Bone reach? That's the thing. I think Bone right now is so open ended, when it comes to the price, that it's like the high is not 100% predictable, but definitely looking for this to uh, reach $1 billion market cap, and a lot of people probably will see a bit of a pullback, just because of the how important that level actually is. So I do think that we will see it run up. Currently, I believe at a $450 million market cap, which I will show my screen in a little bit. If you guys want to see my screen from over on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube as well, also live on Twitch. I think you have to go through my YouTube in order to get to my Twitch, but yeah, I'm live on both platforms. Um, but yeah, I think Bone will definitely see a massive price increase compared to the other ones, because it seems like, yes, you would say Shiba Inu is king, and Shiba Inu will have all of the success and has all the holders and all that stuff. But in reality, Bone has more of the use case around Shibarium. So seeing Bone run a little bit more is understandable. Um, We got 132 people over on TikTok, and we got 0 likes. Feel free to double tap that screen. I'm trying to do it for you, but I can't do it. So double tap the screen does help out. And we got 32 people over on YouTube, 11 likes. I appreciate this channel so much. I learned so much. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. I try to do the best I can with teaching people certain things. And obviously everybody's like, not financial advice, for the fact that they don't want to be liable for any decisions people make. That's part of the reason why I would say that. But also, I want people to honestly make those decisions for themselves, because it helps their investing style in the future. A person like me is not always going to be there. A person like whoever is not always going to be there, and you want to be able to develop or implement something within your strategy to make your trades a little bit better. So that's what I try and push with my channel, with my brand, and hopefully you guys can make these investments for yourselves. And I've seen people make these investments and look at a lot of these plays, and bring it to me and what what they believe the investment is all about, and then they go from there, and they make their investment, they make their money. Do you think now is a good time to get more Lunic, or do you think the price will go lower in the next few days? I'm looking to buy more, to stake more. so I can burn more rewards. I hear you. Now this is where you start to get kind of like, um, you start to really wonder, right? Because you don't know where the lowest point is going to be, and no one can accurately predict where the lowest point is going to be, but you can predict the lows, not the absolute low, but multiple lows, and know that it's going to increase past this. If your cost basis is way above where it is right now, this will be an opportunity to average down. I don't know where the current price is because I have Bone and Leash and Shiba up right now, but I do want to quickly check it just to see what's happening. Um, so it is at a very low price, down about 3.9% today. I go to my screen. You're seeing the wrong screen. Let's find a way to switch that. No, not screen capture. Which one is it? Right screen. Change this. Go. Oh, it's not bringing up my other display. It's only bringing up this monitor. All right, well, I guess I'm going to have to do this on this monitor because it's not bringing up my other monitor for some reason. Maybe I can add it. Wait a second. Let me add a, again, not window capture, display capture. Add another source. Display capture. Sure. There we go. Now I got the display capture there, and then all I have to do is bring this down here. Nope. There we go. All right, that should be good. So now I'll be able to look at that over here. All right, sorry, technical difficulties, I guess. Thank you for following, Dragon. I can't see the rest of it, but thank you for following. I appreciate it. But anyways, Terra Luna Classic is down about 3.5%, 3.8%. It's down to 1387. I feel like, this is a good price. Is this the absolute low? I mean, we've seen it lower, but I definitely can say that this has a lot of potential to run up, right? And if your cost base is a lot higher than where it is right now, it makes sense to average down. But I'm not going to tell you when, you should go into it. I know when I would make a move into it. I'm not currently buying any more Terra Luna Classic. I have all the Terra Luna Classic that I want, and it's mainly for that push to only invest $40 and make so much money out of it. It's just a better clickable title and just a better feeling of investing a small amount into a large amount rather than consistently averaging up on my position. So if I had a higher cost basis right now, I probably would make a move into it, especially if it was going to be for the short term. Currently the volume, we're seeing it at 41.61% up in volume today. But again, the overall position is down. So you think they're going to add a zero? You think Luna's going to add a zero? That would be great for gathering Terra Luna Classic if they add a zero. They did it before. Guys, we have 74 people here and we have 25 likes. Please hit the like button. It seems like we're with the comments that we have, it looks like we're only on members only with how many comments we have on YouTube. Very little bit of comments, but it's cool. I do want to go to subscribers only though, not members only right now. I'll go to members only later. I don't know what the weather's going to be today. I'll wait. You're on early, Matt. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, typically, it varies on when I get on because it depends on when the kids are going to school. If I'm taking them to the bus stop, if I'm taking Harper to the bus stop, taking Hayden to daycare. If I'm not, or if I'm only taking Harper, then it doesn't make sense to get on for 30 minutes or something like that and then hop off to go take her to the bus stop, then get back on. So I'll get on at like 8 o'clock sometimes. But then other times you'll see me on here for probably a couple of hours, about an hour, maybe two. Hey Matt, thoughts on what's the next crypto gem show? The next crypto gem show? I don't if that is that a show or something? Or are you asking me like what's the next crypto gem? If it gets closer to losing a zero, would be a good buy. I mean, it would. Or you're talking about adding a zero. Yes. I bought some more bone literally 5 minutes before the announcement last night. CDC only lets you buy 64 bone a week. Yeah, but why? Um, but the immediate gain is better than a kick in this. I don't know what that I don't know what that is. But the immediate gain was great. So let's go ahead and look at how things are moving with this whole Shibarium announcement, right? Have I heard of Vault Inu? Yes, I've heard of Vault Inu. I've heard of it plenty of times on the channel. There's been a lot of people that have brought it my way. But let's look at different positions. So we're going to start with Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu's volume is up 128%. So more than what we see in the thumbnail here. It's up to $296 million in volume. We're seeing the overall position up 2.5% today. So seeing a decent size increase, and I hope that my position that I bought, because I kind of went all in on Shiba Inu again, buying about $4,000 worth, over $4,000 worth, in order to turn it into something bigger, knowing that Shibarium will be here. Now, I'm not sure as to what the impact will be to Shiba Inu, but you can obviously see the impact that we're seeing with Bone. Speaking of Bone, Bone is up by 23%. It's up to $1.85 from a low of $1.39. Again, up 23.46%. Volume today is up 755% at $37 million that flows through there. Now, I know a lot of people are like, hey, where can I buy Bone? Uh, means balls. Yeah, I know what he means, but I've never, yeah, it's great. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of people are wondering where to buy Bone, and I think a ton of people are getting it from Uniswap. You're seeing a ton of volume that's going through there, $8.3 million that goes through Uniswap. You see some that goes through MEXC, $6.4 million that goes through MEXC. You're seeing Shiba Swap that you're gathering Bone with as well. So people are definitely looking to buy this again, up 754% in volume for Bone, and the overall position's up over 20% at 20, almost 24% right now. With 100% of the volume out there, it's kind of a no-brainer for a lot of people. I still don't have any Bone. I still didn't buy any. I probably should have looked at this for, and the crazy thing is I was going between the two. I was like, all right, Bone I know is going to run a lot more than Shiba Inu based off of this Shibarium news. But percentage wise, you could see a lot more potential for Shiba Inu to have an impact. But overall price gain could be a lot more with Bone. So I don't know. I was definitely going back and forth, and I landed on Shiba Inu because that's something that I'm comfortable with. And I didn't buy Bone. If I would have bought Bone, I probably would have stayed in there for the long term, and I don't want to stay in there for the long term. It's a short term play. So yeah, anyways, up 23% right now. And then you see Leash that's also up by 12%. It seems like, Shiba Inu is up a slight bit, but then, Bone and Leash are really killing it right now because they seem like they are kind of the main focus of the ecosystem, really. Bone being the absolute main focus, and Shiba Inu, or sorry, Leash being like that second focus there, and kind of Shiba Inu being in the back burner, but still there. It's still cooking, right? It's like when you're making a meal, right? You have the meat up front. You're trying to cook the meat, make sure it's seared nicely, and make sure it's cooked thoroughly. You're paying attention to it. You have the pasta over here. You still have to pay attention to that. But then you have, I don't know, the something back there. I don't know what it is that you're not really paying attention to, stuffing or something that you don't really need to pay attention to. That's kind of what they're looking at, right? They're not saying Shiba Inu is the main course, even though I consider it the main course. It's kind of just part of it. Let's see. Surprise that Solana broke 20. Seems like a support level. Yeah, I mean Solana. I've invested at multiple spots for Solana. I believe. Jesus, Daisy. She's so loud. Um, I invested in multiple spots for Solana. I like Solana. I've made a couple of videos on it and seeing the progression and where it can go. So yeah, I like Solana. I haven't looked at it closely though in a few weeks. How is the 400 million SHIB position doing over the last few days? So it came down. It definitely was decreasing. Yeah, it definitely was decreasing. It came down as the market was coming down, but now with this like Shibarium news, it's definitely seeing a little bit of an increase. But I think we're still down on the overall position because when I did move it off of Coinbase, it was at a loss. And it still is at a loss. My overall Shiba Inu is still at a loss. So I'm looking to kind of make up that loss within this trade because I was down. I was down about $2,000 or closer to $3,000 on the total thing because it went from 0.0002 down from where my cost basis was, or 0.00002 down to 0.0001, or even a drop zero, basically losing half my position there or half my value there. So right now we're sitting at probably somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 after I invested 6,000. But my 4,000 that I invested just recently, or technically 4,000 like 600, 4,700, is at a good spot. I wouldn't say it's at the best spot possible. If we saw a 20% increase, then yes, it would be at a better spot. But it's currently a little bit more than where I was. So if I go to my position here, you're going to see that I'm at 4,700, which what I invested, I believe, was like 4,690. So I'm up a little bit, but I'm not up a crazy amount. And if you look at the overall performance, I'm not up anything because of what was moved off of Coinbase. And I can tell you that, again, I'm down by like $3,000 over here. So turning 6,000 into 3,000 with Shiba Inu was not really the plan. Overall, the plan is a lot more than that, turning a hell of a lot. 6,000 into hopefully hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars if things do play out the right way with burning and all of that stuff. So that's where it stands. Did you get some Squid Grow? They're buying up some projects now. No, I didn't. You know, buy the rumor, sell the news. Boys will cry. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. Or double tapping the screen. You know, we got 415 likes over on TikTok. We have 46 likes on YouTube and 161 people that are here. Do you think it's a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event? I mean, it depends how big the push will be. I wouldn't say that. So probably, right? Because we're not going to see the full effect of Shibarium, right? We're not going to see that massive effect. We're just seeing kind of that information. And once we get Shibarium actually launched, not the beta, once we get Shibarium I can't even speak, actually launched, then that's where we'll start to see the massive push to everything. Because this is just like it's pushing because of the news that's behind it. But if the market is red, expect it to find a way to play catch up with the market. And I hate when I say this because, you know, we always see it play catch up with the market and then it ends up turning red or it goes down to, you know, a lower positive gain. So if you're looking at, you know, bone that's up 20%, it might go to a point where it's only up 5% after seeing a larger increase. Or when it gets to $2, people are going to be like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut these gains that I had because it's already a decent sized gain. And I don't know if Shibarium is going to have that much of an impact, or Shibarium beta is going to have that much of an impact. So it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. I just know once I hit a certain point for me for Shiba Inu, I'm definitely going to obviously sell my short-term position. Appreciate you, Matt, for the time and information you provide all last year and this year. Yeah, no problem. I mean, that's why I'm here, is to provide as much information as possible. 80 trillion plus per year would do it. Would burn a lot if we can burn 80 trillion. Is that what you're saying? I just want to know how many Shib burn per year. Yeah, I would love to see a ton that's burned, at least to get to a point where we're burning a trillion, right? Once we burn that first trillion, then we understand, how we can move forward from there. Once we burn the first billion, then we started to burn multiple billions, and we had 60 billion that was burned or something. And now we're still sitting at that level because we haven't seen much that was burned afterwards. But if we have a consistent way of burning throughout normal transactions, that's a better situation than, doing it in a non-consistent way, If Shiba Inu supply burn massively, if this beta launch, we can probably see and trust hype again. What about the release? And how long usually to take a time from stable? Sorry, I'm not 100% understanding. You're saying if we see Shibarium beta have a massive effect on burning Shiba Inu, then we will see the hype again. And you're right. I think we will see it continue to make some moves if we are seeing massive burns that are going through. So I'm not so sure that, the hype will completely die off there, just because it's like maybe a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. We may see the impact of the burning. So you're probably right. But again, it's all speculation here. And I don't want to sit here and say, oh, the hype is going to continue, and then people end up getting kind of, I guess, shafted, for lack of a better term, and, not be able to take their profit, off of whatever they're buying. We will lose 1-0 of Shiba Inu. Will we lose 1-0 of Shiba Inu? You're talking about getting the 3 zeros. Not right now. I don't think it'll happen just based off of this beta that's launching. But as we see the potential, yes, we can see that 0 drop. Lunatics token on Ethereum network. The pre-sale starts Thursday and goes through the weekend. Yes, I'm going to be having a conversation with them, because I still want to, clear a lot of things up and make sure that I'm clearing some stuff up. And then we can also do more of an, I thought we were going to do more of an AMA, but if we're seeing the pre-sale start on Thursday and goes through the weekend, then that means we would have basically a launch of that before any of those AMAs would have been created. So that's weird. Yeah, I definitely want to have a talk with some people after this live stream, and, see what's happening there, and, any other detail that I may be missing. I did see their Twitter post. Do you expect any kind of pump from Lunatics pink sale? Getting a little tired of it just going down. So I do think there's going to be a pump from Lunatics pink sale. I know with the last one that they did, we definitely saw a large amount of hype and a lot more than what their goal was actually at. And launching on ETH, I think their goal is like 50 ETH. At which I believe I will be converting 1 ETH over. I'm pretty sure I will be. And maybe 2. I'm not so sure. But I'm going to be doing something with that. Again, this is completely like a fair launch. So that's amazing to see that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And I'm hopeful that we'll see, a good push out of it, a big push out of it, actually. Now, one thing that I'm not going to do is with that position is tell you, hey, I'm taking profit at this time. I'm not going to tell people when I'm taking profit, because I feel as though with a lot of those pink sales and stuff like that, you have to, one, make your decision on when you're going to take profit. But as an ambassador of the entire like project, right, or ecosystem, I guess, now that you're in multiple chains, it's not wise for me to say, especially as a person that you have majority of people that are investing into that position, you're like, hey, I'm taking my profit right now, then everybody else starts to take their profit there. So I won't be just announcing when I'm going to be doing that. Like if it's a bigger position with anything, like if I'm talking about Bone or Shiba Inu or whatever, I can tell you when I'm going to take any type of profit, because that's not really going to affect the overall position. But since this is a sale to where probably majority of the people that do follow me are probably investing into the position, I'm probably not going to make that known. But anyways, we'll definitely discuss that, talk about it, which is the same thing, and we'll see. Vault is being listed on Hubu forget where they are, HG. I like to abbreviate them because I don't know how to say their name. On March 13th. Let's go. Massive news. Tier 1 exchange. Can we talk about that project? What, Vault? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Vault, but if you're going to be able to get Vault on a different exchange and be able to make money off of it, I'm all for it. I haven't invested into it, and I'm probably not, but it's still a great opportunity if people are looking to gain something. I mean, you're on a good exchange. Does this stream have anything to do with the which is that 42 million you just bought? Pump a little, or 420 million? This stream doesn't have anything to do with the 420 million that I just bought. Well, I mean, I talked about it. The 420 million that I just bought, that's over on Coinbase, it's seeing a little bit of a movement, but overall, I'm still down on the amount that I sent from Coinbase over to crypto.com. I'm still down on that position and how much I bought over on this platform. So it doesn't have anything to do with this. It's not a reason why it's pumping or why it's pushing. That's only 420 million coins, which is, again, $4,700. I expect it to go a lot further, but right now Shiba Inu is up about 2%, and the volume is up 125%. You're seeing Bone that's up 23, almost 24%, and volume is up 700 plus percent, and Doge is up, or not Doge, the Doge killer Leash is up 170 or 150%. $570 is where the current price is, and it's up about 2.85%. So 12.85%. I can't read numbers. It's a little early, I guess. I'm kind of tired, but it's up. Let's just say it's up quite a bit. Pink sales a scam? No. I've seen plenty of people that investors that make money from new sale of new coins and all of this, and from the first sale of Lunatics token and seeing how that rose so much and hit their goal within like 1 minute. It was amazing, right? Because the overall price went up to about $21 million market cap from like a less than $1 million market cap. So people were making a lot of money off of it, and they ended up profiting off of it a lot. Off of my initial buy, I ended up profiting off of that as well. And then eventually was gathering more as well as giving more, and continued to hold a lot more and stake a lot more and all of that stuff. So yeah. What happened to the 1.5 million Lunatics? Wait. So what happens to the 1.5 million Lunatics I own now? So they're going to be multi-chain. So what you want out of a project a lot of times is to be multi-chain. And a lot of times you'll see a bridge, but right now, from what I understand, bridges are not the most secure thing that you can have. Like a lot of bridges are getting hacked. So that's from what I understand, that's really the mindset behind, doing this separate launch, but still somehow connected. I still don't know or it can explain that portion of it. But they're looking to somehow connect the two and make sure the prices run together. Probably not exactly the same in prices, but very, very close. So as you see volume and movement that's happening on the ETH side, you'll see that same thing on the smart chain side. And eventually they will be tied together and you will see them basically be one project overall. And I think this is a way of one is bridges cost a lot of money, so spending less money on doing this and being able to launch something that's new and fresh, but still a part of the old project as well. So again, I have 160 million that's over in MetaMask. I'm not receiving anything within this ETH side as far as I know. And I also have the amount that's staked. And I know people have brought up to me, hey, what's this Binance Smart Chain side going to be worth? And sister Satoshi. But yeah, what's the Smart Chain side going to be worth? And honestly, I don't know. I think we will see movement with the two, and we will see some focus on the ETH side for Lunatics token. But we also will see that that connection and that focus on the Binance Smart Chain side with everything that's staked and the amount of holders and the amount of believers, the people that want to be a part of it. So, Matt, are you still bullish on CRO? Absolutely, I'm still bullish on CRO. I have 81,000 CRO and probably a little bit more than that because I have some over in MetaMask. It's currently on the Chrono side. So I have 300 that's on the Chrono side over here of MetaMask. But then I also have 81,000 in my DeFi wallet, which has been receiving a 10 to 11% APY. So I'm receiving more. There's some behind the scenes stuff going on, not good, or we'll get out. I don't need to get into detail here. Yeah, I mean, if you feel as though the position is not for you, I'm not going to tell everybody or anybody to hold on for any amount of time. I'm all about transparency, and I'm trying to find the most accurate things to say. Obviously, I'm not a part of building the project. I'm just a part of kind of more of the promotional side of the project and understanding that side of it. But I try to keep everything transparent, everything absolutely 100. Guys, we have 242 people that are here. If you guys can hit the like button, get me above 100 likes, I would love that. For TikTok, if you guys can double tap that screen, I would love to get above 1,000 likes. I know for TikTok, you can put 1,000,000 likes in there if you wanted to. You can be one person that just sits there and double taps the screen until you hit 100,000 likes if you wanted to. So please, is Shibarium a token? Shibarium is not a token, so do not get scammed by any project that's out there. There will be people that create things like that because it's something that's popular. Shibarium is not a token; it is a platform, and you're going to be able to trade certain positions on that platform. So it's not a token where you can buy it and invest in Shibarium. Unless you're building on Shibarium, then technically you're investing in Shibarium. That's the real breaking news. What's the real breaking news? I know that Terra Bridge was a nightmare, so I can see where bridges are wonky. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that I really understand. I know like everybody wants one position to connect to everything, but it is something that kind of scares a lot of people when you see bridges. You're like, I mean, and bridges that don't really have as much volume that goes into the position. because when you have a certain amount, you have a certain amount of money to play with in order to make sure you can secure the bridge that's there. But if you're looking to put just the bare minimum to create the bridge, it can be hacked probably fairly easily. And you don't want that to happen. Nobody wants that to happen. Yeah, you said the other day you went all in on Shib, then it dipped. Yeah, I have a lower. I didn't make a position or a life changing. Well, I guess I don't know how to really put this. I didn't put money in there and change Shiba Inu overall. It was only $4,000 or $5,000 that I put in there. So people that are saying, oh well, the 420 million is the reason why we're seeing any type of movement. If you think that my 420 million coins or my $4,000 or $5,000 really changed it overall, I mean, that's ridiculous. But yes, it did fall down and went down to a low of about my overall position of 4,500, at which I believe my my stop loss was sitting at about 4,300. So I didn't want it to drop any more than that. But if it would have, then I probably would have been out of the position that's there. But I do feel like short term within this next month, we can see it really push up and I can gain the amount that I want to gain. Shibarium uses leash and Shiba swap uses bone. Is that correct? No. The Shib is left behind. So no. I would say mainly around bone is probably the primary focus, because Shiba swap, you're seeing the main focus is bone, to where you can gather a ton of bone by staking your leash, staking your Shiba, whatever, you can gain a ton of bone there. And then it's also the same thing over in Shiberium. Shiberium will be, the main thing is hovering around bone, where you have that gas fee that you're paying in bone. So people have to have it in order to, but you have to have that gas fee. Sorry, I was reading something. But you have to have that gas fee in order to make these trades, and it has to be in bone. So you have to own bone. So people are going to be trading bone back and forth or using bone. It's going to have a massive use case just behind Shibarium. So it's primarily bone that is the focus. That's what they want to be the king, the governance token, and bone is that. You haven't read any of my comments. There we go. I read your comment. 75th. Yeah, you said the other day. I read that. Thank you. Yep. No problem. Shib is the last rug pull. I mean, it's the last chance. I don't know if it's the last rug pull, but it's the last chance for them to show that they support Shiba Inu in a big way. And if they don't, I know people are going to be like, all right, well, this ecosystem is definitely not for Shib. It's just for whatever they want to create based off of the name of Shib. And it seems like that may still be the case, but if people are making profit, they're all for it, right? I know it may not have a massive effect with Shiba Inu. There's still a high chance that it may not have the effect that we think it's going to have burning wise. Because remember, it's a portion of whatever the fee is, and if the fee for bone is kind of lower in price value, then we're not going to see a massive effect to the overall burns. So just be aware of that. Samuel, no one can rug Shib, as no one owns Shib. Are you talking about bone ecosystem? Matt, do you see the interview on XRP? Looks like the court will rule this week with any luck. I mean, that could be good. What we're seeing now is everything in the market that is kind of falling or, decreasing down to a $1.01 trillion market cap. But you see things that are running. One of those is XRP, up 4%. Obviously, you're seeing Shiba Inu that's up, but everything else, you're seeing things that are down. Solana down to $19 here. You're seeing Cosmos that's down a little bit. Scroll down here. I'm trying to get to Terra Luna Classic. It's at 58th, right? That continues to drop. So currently Terra Luna Classic is down by 3.4%. So a lot of things are down, but some of the main things that have some big news ahead of it, which is XRP, Bone, Shiba, Leash, just Shibarium overall, yeah, I mean, you're seeing positivity there. That's a good thing. Assuming that Shib, yeah, Shib is real. Why does it burn bone and not Shib? No, it's going to. You're saying Shibis? What's is that an NFT or something? I work for an adult website and have been thinking why no one has created a coin for the industry. I believe there is. From what I heard, there's one that was created called like Cummies or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there was one that was like popular for a little bit, but I don't think it really took off at all. Do you think Shibarium will help? Wait, Shibarium will help Shib get to an all-time high, or not? Not just yet. So I think Shibarium will be something that helps it and gives it the ability to get there. But I think um, it really depends. We don't know how big these burns will be, how impactful they will be. And if they are massively impactful, then we can see a really big push. And also, we need to see the overall crypto market run as well. We can't just expect this to push in a down market, because what we're going to see is a push, and we're going to see it come back to normal because everybody's losing money elsewhere and they want to collect some of their money somewhere else. So, or in this position. So we need the bull market to happen. We need things to run. We need to know what the actual burn rate will be, and some other things as well. But those are probably the main factors right now. Um, like a legit coin. Well, you only need about 150,000 of Shib to be a whale. Still a lot. I am almost positive Sam Bankman is Satoshi. I mean, I don't see that at all. XRP, they're saying settlement any day now. Let's hope secondary sales are not securities. Um, it's gonna fly. Let's also hope that it gets back on Coinbase, and a lot of people in the U.S. are able to buy it. I know people are asking me like, how they can get it, and they're saying use Uphold or use KuCoin or whatever. And I like using KuCoin. I mean, that was literally my most popular video yesterday was on XRP, and the other videos that I did, which typically my portfolio updates do pretty well, but I don't think it did well at all. It's like less than 1,000 views, which typically any video gets more than 1,000 views. So the fact that those are less than that, it's like, what the hell's going on? So yeah, it looks like XRP definitely gets a decent amount of traction. So moving in on XRP was not a bad idea. Not saying just for views, but also for the push in where XRP can go. And I think XRP, yeah, I'm definitely following a lot of things that they are saying, the different predictions, because the predictions for XRP are ridiculous. Like a massive difference where it's like, oh, the prediction is up to $1 or $5 or whatever, and then you have a massive prediction of $100,000, $200,000 per coin. And typically you see massive predictions where people are saying, oh, it can get to $100 or whatever, and that ends up being like 100x what the price is right now. You're like, oh, that definitely can happen. But they're talking about like 10,000x, 100,000x, where the price is right now. And that tends to become unbelievable, but it's so far away that you're like, there has to be, where is the actual prediction in between, right? So I don't know. I see the supply of bone is real low. Can you tell me more about it? So Bone is a governance token. It's the governance token for the ecosystem, the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Now, this is different than just Shiba Inu, right? Shiba Inu is a project on its own, not controlled by anybody. But this ecosystem kind of tried to take control of the the people behind it, the investors that are into it, like you and me or whoever, and they built their own thing with Bone and with Leash and with all of these other things. And now what Bone is going to be is basically what you see with Terra Luna Classic, just a little bit less, where you get to vote on things. You're also using it as a form of a gas fee. So just like compared to ETH, right? ETH, yes, ETH is at a much higher market cap. It is worth so much more. But compare it to that, to where you're taking this coin or token, and you're able to use it as a form of payment for a fee. So you make this transaction, you're trading Shiba Inu for Leash or whatever, or trading ETH for Shiba Inu. During that transaction, you also have to pay a fee using that platform in Bone. So you would kind of require people to buy Bone in order to have enough for any type of fee on that platform. Now, Bone does have a lower supply in the hundreds of millions instead of in the billions or the trillions. But it didn't always have hundreds of millions of supply. I believe it was at single digit millions. So they basically looked like they were fully diluting the position. But now you saw the reason why, because it had a reason to adding those coins to the overall amount that's there. So Bone definitely has a lot of potential. But depending on what happens with Shibarium, the amount of volume that we see throughout it, that really tells us where Bone will go, right? Whether it will go to billion dollar market cap, $10 billion market cap, whether it will be worth more than Shiba Inu. I don't think it will be, but I think, you will see it definitely compete more than you see Leash compete. That makes sense? Thank you for following, Josh. I appreciate that a lot. So yeah, the XRP video did really, really well. While everything else, my portfolio video got about 1,000 views, 900 views. Every other video, how to trade with KuCoin, only got 543, which sometimes, you'll see those videos take off after the fact. They start to get a little traction after the fact. My Zelda 2.0 video actually got 600 views, more than my how to trade with KuCoin video. But I posted 4 videos yesterday. Typically, the first 2 videos will get a decent amount, and then there will be no notifications for the last 2. So I like a lot of potential on Bone. Yeah, I believe there's a ton of potential there. Let's scroll down. I'm probably going to skip some. Ryan Davis, thank you for that super chat. Can you look at Doki Inu if there's potential? So I'll look at it because you sent a super chat, but I usually don't like Inus, right? A lot of the Inus that are created they're like memes based off of the popular position. These are like kind of the true meme coins because they're trying to feed off of the popularity of what was there. I kind of have to read that. I kind of have to read what somebody's saying because I feel like I always enter conversations and I enter it at the last moment for the chat. But currently it's up 9%. You're seeing, let's see, 1 billion total supply, 1 billion max supply. So definitely seeing something there. The popularity is not up there, but you're only seeing a $1.5 million market cap. It looks like you only have a couple of places that you can buy it, so you're not seeing a ton of volume there. If it was me, like I said, I'm not a fan of Inu, so I wouldn't buy this position. Extra Inus, anything like that. I don't want to see anything that's like buff Doge or Doge or whatever position, or Inu. Don't buy this Inu. All these different plays that really feed off of it. Yes, you can make money from different plays like that, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan about it. But you are seeing the volume down by 96%, and you're seeing the overall position, which is crazy to see the position up 8%, but see the volume down by 96%. If you look at the holders here, you're you're gonna see that it doesn't really have any crazy red flags. Never mind. It does have some crazy red flags. You have in the first 28 wallets, you have over 1% in every single one of those wallets. So that's a lot, and that's a huge red flag. It looks like they only did that, spread it out between multiple wallets so that they don't get flagged as a problem in the sniff review. A lot of times coins will do that now, and they try and hide things from you to where it's like they have multiple wallets that are listed under the same person with 2%, 3%, 1%, whatever, so that the creator's wallet doesn't have 5%, but so many different wallets have whatever they want, and they have up to 15%, so they can collapse whatever position they want to collapse. So that's not something that I would be a fan of. So you might want to look out for that. But I wasn't a fan of it to begin with because, you know, it's a Inu coin that was created. I'm glad I converted a lot of my Shib to Bone a few weeks ago. Well, that's great. If you're making a decent amount of money from it, that's fantastic. What do you think about Casper? I kind of want to look at what everybody else is saying. Samuel, we pretty much know who Shy is. And it's not SBF. That's a horrible name for a coin. You know, Binance win, Grayscale win pending XRP. Okay. Isn't the plan to burn 100 trillion a year? I mean, that was the thought, was that it could get to a point where it burns 100 trillion a year, but that's with max volume. That's saying all the volume goes over to Shibarium, which is not going to happen. You're going to see a lot of the volume flow through CEXs still, and you're not going to see every single bit of the volume flow through, you know, layer 2 platform. You expect to see that because the prices are lower, but since Shibarium is not going to be an on-ramp, from what I understand, it's not going to be an on-ramp, then you're not going to see people that can buy it directly on that platform. Now, if it becomes an on-ramp and you can see them buy it directly on the platform, then it's a different story. You can see a lot more volume that flows through it. And then everybody else that's offering this at such a higher price, you're like, oh, well, I can get it for cheaper. So most people will go over to the Shibarium platform, trade it, and make some extra money out of it by not paying the higher fees. So only if it's an on-ramp will we see more volume push over. But we're not going to see all of the volume for Shibarium go over to, all the volume for Shiba Inu go over to Shibarium. We're still going to see a lot on Binance, a lot on Coinbase, a lot on Kraken, because people are still going to have on-ramps. And if they're going to have on-ramps, they're still going to need to pay the fees regardless, and then trade and do whatever they're going to do. So they're not going to take that extra step to send it to, Shibarium over there. Now, DJ Trev thinks it's funny because I said I'm holding my bone, and the other should too. That's pretty funny. BitBoy is wrong if that's what he said. I don't know what you're talking about. What did he say? Other content creators are starting to talk about Sam Bankman-Fried being who? Okay. I feel like they just need to stop talking about Sam Bankman-Fried. Leotis, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. The problem with BSC tokens are 90% of them are scams. An exception being a great project like Flux. Baby Doge is a decent buy. More slippage means it's a risky token. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I understand that Binance Smart Chain is the easiest to create. That's probably why. You have people that you have the ability to just create any token you want and going on and doing whatever you need for a cheaper price, right? Ethereum is expensive, to create, because all of the fees for a layer 1, Ethereum project is kind of expensive. So people end up creating on the lesser expensive side in order to make whatever scam they have. Now, it's not saying that Binance Smart Chain is a scam because it's cheaper. Whenever something becomes a point, like say if Ethereum ends up being insanely cheaper to do anything on that platform, well, now you're going to see a lot of people that are launching on that platform. That's the one thing that people did like about the higher price with Ethereum, is that you're not going to see as many scams that happen over there because of the cost that you have. But as you see layer 2 projects are being created, and it's easier to create some of these layer 2 projects and trade some of these layer 2 projects, well, now it's going to be a little bit cheaper, and people are going to be like, all right, well, let's create something over on this platform. So honestly, it's still about doing research into a play. And if you can do research to understand the sniff score, as well as understanding, your own research and being able to break all this stuff down for yourself to see if it is a scam or not. It doesn't matter if it's on ETH, if it's on, you know, if it's on Binance Smart Chain, if it's on Solana or whatever. It's about your own research and what you see there. If Luna gets lower, I may have to refill my short-term bag. Yeah, I haven't actually had a short-term bag with that. I probably should, because I think we should be trading a lot of these positions back and forth. And once something happens with the Shiba Inu bag that I have, the short-term one, we're definitely going to look into more and more day trading opportunities, because I think KuCoin is a great platform for doing that. So I'm definitely going to look at that. Hope everyone can see what AVAX and Amazon are doing. It's going to be epic. Amazon is basically making an NFT for every product they sell. Talking about massive adoption. Have you? Let's see. Have a look at Bond. Give me a second. Let me continue to go through some of these stuff. So a lot of the stuff that I like to do. I feel like every time I do research on a position, we end up seeing, especially the smaller positions, we end up seeing things pump a little bit. And I don't want to be the reason why things are pumping, no matter if I show it or not. I like to go through different positions. But like I said to a couple of people that wanted me to research their own position, they wanted me to just do a review because they understand that the beginning stages of me just reviewing it does give them a pump, in a way, and puts it in front of 300 eyes. And at the time of, because there's 300 eyes right now, so puts it in front of 300 eyes, to make a decision and talk about what are the positives, what are the negatives. And if they only hear the positives and don't hear the negatives, they end up buying the position. So it hurts to say that I don't want to sit here and review like the different projects that are there, because I feel like the creators of those projects are behind it, and then they're just looking for some sort of a pump. And I mean, if you're just looking for if you're looking for a pump review, just hit me up in the DMs, and I can easily shoot you a price for a review. Because if I do a whole review video, there's a chance that it could be 1,000 views, 2,000 views, and there's also a chance it could be less. But just having that review puts it in front of multiple eyes, and I think that'll make up for the lost ad revenue, just to be able to review it, not as a promotion. The SEC is a paid witness, the 300 million as per expert, and the judge tossed them out. How corrupt. When do you think XRP can go up? I mean, I think right now we're seeing XRP make a move compared to the rest of the market. But if the market was moving in a positive direction, we would probably see XRP moving a lot more than where it's at right now. 3 million is not 300 million. If the SEC keeps losing cases, they will go broke. No, they won't. They'll just keep printing money. What are you talking about? Richard, what? SEC paid a witness 300 million? I'd double check that if I were you. Doesn't sound right. I made good gains from day trading Lunic. Good idea to do both short-term and long-term trades with Lunic. I would agree. XRP win is pivotal for crypto. and could start a bull run. That's true. Still a lot, Patrick. It's 3 million really a lot? I mean, it's a lot to us, but is it a lot to them? The unlimited money printer. Not really. I mean, for the overall amount that they could win off of a settlement, I mean, that's probably a lot compared to that because you're looking at maybe, let's say, 3% of what they could get. We want to pump us up like Hans and Franz. What's your short-term price on Bone? My short-term price on Bone, I don't actually hold Bone. But I'm definitely looking at more of like a $1 billion market cap as like that kind of major resistance point. Because if it does find a way to get close to that $1 billion market cap, somewhere in between 7 and 1 billion, 700 million and 1 billion, that's probably going to be the level where you do see things that resist, just because it is a significant point to get to for Bone. $1 billion market cap for this position, that would be pretty insane. Nothing is going to rally up whilst we're still down. That's true. I think if we do see any type of push, we're going to see it play catch up with the rest of the market. We see that all the time. I keep hearing the next bull run, utility run. Careful what you're invested into. I would agree with that. So I do think the next bull run will be a utility run, just based on the fact that we haven't seen the push from Ethereum yet. We've seen Ethereum gain strength because of the merge, but we haven't seen the merge take full effect. And it should have been way bigger than what it was. But the fact that the merge launched in a down market, it just doesn't look positive, for, crypto there. But it really does show that sorry, I got a crying child upstairs. It does show that the market needs to react to what Ethereum did. So I'm waiting for that utility run because Ethereum will have massive utility associated with it, as well as a lot of other things that are bringing in more utility. Matt is too young to get that reference. Probably. I don't know. Sometimes references just go over my head, even things that I grew up with, and it takes me a while to get them. Do you think Shib will drop due to CPI index coming the 14th? So that's another thing that we could be seeing an impact to right now, because of the fact that CPI data could come back that inflation actually has increased. And if we're expecting it to increase and it does increase, we may not see as much of a pullback, but we don't want to see it increase. We don't want to see it increase, month over month, or even be higher than expected. So I'm hopeful that we see positivity, but you never really know. I mean, we get this information every month, and it's like we're always like just on our heels, on our toes, like whatever, just waiting for this to come out. And we see an effect to the market well beforehand. The 14th comes, and we're seeing on the 8th, on the 9th, on the 10th, we're seeing an impact to where people are like, should I make a move right now and get out before any type of pre-reaction, or should I get out pre-reaction to whatever the reaction is? So I think we will have an effect. It's just I don't know where we will be. I don't know where expectation is either. I haven't checked it if that even has come out. Bone to $10 just cuz. Bone to $10 would be a high price, right? Bone to $4, you would see a dollar would be $230 million market cap, right? $2, you're looking at a $460 million market cap. Sorry. Or sorry, did I say $2? Yeah, $2, you're looking at a $460 million market cap. And then you multiply that by two, you're basically looking at a $1 billion market cap there. Um, and that's at a $4 price point. So seeing it, at $10 would be an over $2 billion market cap. Um, so that's definitely, I would say there's definitely some resistance points in between there. Probably, definitely to the level of a $1 billion market cap. So probably pushing that $4 price point, and then definitely at a $5 price point just because of the price, not because of the market cap. Then a $2 billion market cap, or 1.5 billion and $2 billion will probably be significant points as well. But who's to say that it will be up at those points? I mean, if it does, that's fantastic. People that invested at a lower point where it was at $1 or $1.39 are making a decent amount of money out of that, decent growth potential within it. Ooh, would you ever consider doing options trading content? So I've only traded options. Sorry. I've only traded options maybe 3 times. I'm not really the biggest on options trading. It's just like it it's not something, because options trading makes it more comparable to swing trading, and I don't really like swing trading that much. I do it quite a bit in the crypto market. um but yeah, I'm not really the biggest in swing trading in the stock market, I'll tell you that. But I've probably done options trading maybe, like I said, 2, or maybe I can think of actually probably closer to 5 times, and I've been profitable like twice. Now again, if I continue to research it and do it, I feel like I could. But I was always more focused on doing like simple day trades, or if I did do a swing trade, it would be like a 1 day type of thing. Um, but I mean, I'm not ruling it all out. Options trading is not horrible. I know a lot of people that make a ton of money from options trading, especially what happened with GME and AMC. Um, People that made literally $1 million from uh, different options that they had. Really curious why you don't hold bone. I just, well, every time I get around to it, I always think that there's a better position in um, a better position with a better price potential. And also, I never had money to buy more bone because I was saving money for taxes. I'm still currently saving money for taxes. So a lot of the money that I had, um, the money that I have invested into Shiba Inu as the all-in position is tax money as well. So that's something that I'm looking to gain a little bit more on top of that, because I lost so much in the tax money over the last year as everything was falling down. Um, so that was definitely, because I always invest all of my tax money as I get it. But this year it didn't work out like the years prior, where investing your tax money actually gave you a profit in the end, like in 2020, 2021, all of those. But um, everything fell down to a lower low than what we could have ever imagined. Some people imagined it, but um, so it's not to say that Bone isn't a great play. I've seen the potential in Bone. I see what they can do with Shibarium and how big of an impact it will have on Bone. So yes, I wanted to find the right price point, and probably, honestly, I did say before that it lower than $1.50 would be really good. I just never bought it. I went back and forth between Shiba Inu and Bone, and I was like, all right, well, I probably can get more of a short-term pump or percentage-wise with Shiba Inu, even though Shiba Inu is now only up by 3% and Bone is up by 21%. It's just with the more holders has more consistency or more ability to hold at some of these prices. How can Shibarium run? It's not a coin. It's not. Gensler is losing all of his cases against crypto. You think they would remove the clown? True. When we get in a recession, do you believe half of the altcoins will falter? So when we get into a recession, 2-year rate is better than 10-year rate that shows recession. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question because one, I don't want to see any type of recession. I would rather see, um, everything just move in the right direction. Everything move positively. But we understand that if inflation is continuously rising, we don't know what's going to happen this month and the months prior or the months that are coming up, future months. So if we see things take a turn for the worst, I'm not going to be happy with it. But then again, maybe I will be because it creates opportunities to invest at the absolute lows. So I just don't want to see any more negativity. I'm seeing, so much negativity in the crypto market, in the stock market, and then we see a glimpse or just a small, window of hope and see things that are starting to push. And then all of a sudden everything falls back down again. So thank you for being a member for 10 months, Mr. P. How many Shiba Inu you hold? So my long-term position, I hold 256 million. But my short-term position that I have another 420 million for very short-term play. It should be within this month. Should be. Cool, man. Just wanted to know. I actually am. Do you invest in ETFs? Yes, I have a lot of money invested in ETFs. Definitely majority of my money is invested in long-term positions and positions that are held for retirement as well as the kids' 529 accounts. So I only invest a certain amount into cryptocurrency. I mean, I really started to invest in cryptocurrency maybe let's say 2 years ago. Is that 2 years? I invested into it before that, but it was never like as much as I'm doing now. It was always like I want to invest a little bit here, invest a little bit there. And now it's like I'm investing thousands into cryptocurrency at a time. So yeah, I mean, I had to pay taxes this year, second time ever for me. It sucks, right? Having to pay taxes. Um, I hate hate having to pay taxes, but you have to contribute towards it. Everybody should be paying their fair share of taxes. I can definitely tell you that everybody doesn't, but everybody should be paying their fair share of taxes. So I do it not because I want to, it's because I have to, but a bit of me does want to. I don't ever want to sit here at the end of the year and go, "Hey, I want to give up $10,000, $20,000 in taxes for the government to have and do whatever they want with it." But you have to contribute towards taxes. If I held 1,000 bone for 100 years, is it now an old bag of bones? An old bag of bones. I mean, yeah, I guess an old bag of bones. Yes, but you also would have probably a lot of money. I think bone. I hope that Shibarium really does trade a lot of cryptocurrency, and I would love to see them with an on ramp because then Bone's price would run, Shiba Inu's price would run. We would see the overall supply burn down for Shiba Inu, and that's really what I want and what everybody wants. 2-year rate has always predicted a recession. 8 for 8 is, I think half. Understandable. I mean, but honestly, records are meant to be broken, right? If they're 8 for 8, who's to say they're going to be 9 for 9, right? You know, the Undertaker lost a WrestleMania match. Wasn't he like 35 or something? I know that's scripted, but still, records are meant to be broken. Look at and this is all sports stuff, but look at Tiger Woods, you know, breaking or finding a way to tie it at least for the all-time PGA Tour wins record. Um, Records are meant to be broken, so it could happen. Don't say that just because it's been 8 for 8 in the past doesn't mean that it's going to be 9 for 9. It could be 8 for 9 at this point. Thank you for following. And I'm not saying that we base all of our investing or what we're holding on that, but majority of markets, move by fear and by FOMO. So if everything is spread that, oh well, it's 8 for 8, we're gonna see nothing but negativity. We're gonna see a huge recession here. We're gonna see everybody lose all of their bags. Is because um, people are afraid. Um, and a lot of times the markets are going down because people are very fearful to get into an investment. But I see that as an opportunity. So I'm on the opposite side. Um, but if everybody just remained strong and was never fearful, you would never see the markets that collapse. You would see businesses that get out of positions, and then you would create fear within retail traders. But if retail traders hold strong and understand that they do hold a lot of the power within this to make it drop even lower, um, which I feel like we are doing with a lot of positions in the stock market, a lot of businesses, a lot of stocks there, and also the crypto market as well. I feel like you have institutions that pulled out heavy, and we're waiting for institutional volume to pick back up. Um, and institutional volume has not done that yet. Shibarium beta won't burn Shib. It's just a test net. Wait, didn't they already have some sort of a test net? Isn't this going to be at a limited capacity to where they actually are going through real transactions to um to buy and sell in certain places and certain access that you would have in order to burn actual SHIB? I didn't think it was a true or just a test net to where it's behind the scenes transactions that are happening, not real transactions. I thought it was real transactions, but just a limited capacity. XRP to $100. I've heard that um, so many times. In Dubai, tax is free. Well, guess what? I don't live in Dubai, so I got to pay taxes. Nothing but fun over here. Can you look at shared stake finance, STG? It's down 99% from its all-time high. Is 100x. Appreciate your insight. I'm learning from you, so thanks, man. Yeah, I can look at STG. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that. So you said, what is it? Star shared stake finance, or is it Stargate? Oh, SGT shared stake. Is this it? Is this the position or no? uh, Faucet issues test token. Okay, Queenie told me it's just a test net. Okay, so why didn't they call it Shibarium testnet, not Shibarium beta? A beta is typically released as the real product with limited capacity. or limited access. That's typically what a beta is. Is that not a? Are they not doing a beta? Are they doing a test net here? Because that's definitely not a beta. And out of any single situation I've seen, um, betas actually have real. Well, I don't know. If that's the case, then they're just releasing a test net, and that will be freaking disappointing because we're not going to see how it really affects it. Shib falling, XRP is rising. Yeah, XRP is making a move. Just Ryan Davis, let me know if this is it. Are you subscribed to the channel? You'll be able to message if you subscribe. We'll see. Maybe I misunderstood. It. I mean, you might. No, I think you usually are spot on with your assumptions there. It's just I think they may be kind of mixing words up in order to make it sound better. Because everybody thinks the beta, there's a lot of people that are saying how much SHIB do you think the beta will burn? And I'm over here like, oh well, I think it shouldn't burn a lot, but we're going to be able to see how much it's going to burn. But if they're doing a test net and it's not going to be real Shiba Inu or real bone or real leash that's flowing through there, um, then we're not going to see what a lot of people hope for. Matt, stand by. Send you a link. They've been clear. It's a test net, but use the word beta. Was used. Yeah, I mean that's not smart to me. Why am I getting this now? This is on the 22nd. I don't know. That's not smart to me for them to use. It's just a beta that will show us the potential of burning. Okay. I mean, we should see some information. That's what I want to see. But typically, a beta does give us real world updates or burning or transactions that go through it. Like, just think of it like when you see an actual test of a game, you're going through the test stages of a game. When you see a beta that's released, like a beta of Call of Duty that's released, it's playable to a limited capacity, a limited amount of people, as well as a limited time that you can play it. Then you have the actual launch of the game, and now you have full capacity. You still had an effect on the people that were playing it, people that were actually in the real game, rather than just a test net of the position or a test net of the game. So when is ETH Luna T? From what I understand, I know I haven't brought up my Twitter at all. I was going to bring up my Twitter, but from what I understand, um, uh, I believe they had a post about it. So Lunatics ETH presale. Lunatics is a deflationary multi-chain token, passive income, and crypto banking solutions. So you're seeing the presale on Ethereum chain starts on March 12th, 2 p.m. UTC. So that's when we're seeing it. March 12th, 5 p.m. UTC. Now it's saying this is pinned, and this is 18 minutes ago. We'll be having ETH Fair launch pre-sale 12th of March, 2023, 5 p.m. UTC. We wait for Lunic upgrade to be complete to launch on chain. That's good to see. Like that. But yeah, that's when we will see it. If you want to go to the actual place, you can go to Lunatics Twitter page, which they have 23,000 followers. So it's good to see. What's crazy is you're going to see 23,000 followers, maybe a certain portion of them that are looking to get into this pre-sale and understand the push that you will have with this position, how far it will go, all that stuff. So, yeah, thank you for following whoever's following on TikTok. I can't see it. I can't see the damn name. But we have 5.6 thousand likes on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Yes, that's it. Okay, this is shared stake. All right, so currently it looks like in the last year it's not down 100%. You know, you're seeing this up about 9% today. Volume, or sorry, circulating supply, you're seeing 150,000 that's released. This is only 2% of the total supply, meaning that there is a ton of dilution potential within this position. I do not like that. I do not like that, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham. Why did I think of that? Because I was reading the book like every damn night. But anyways, you're seeing a 2% of the circulating supply that's out there of that max of 10 million. 10 million is still a little bit, but why do you only have 2% that's out there versus the 10% that's there? Do you have a reason for this dilution? A lot of times with smaller positions, you don't, but they have to push to get to that level. You are seeing $156,000 in market cap. Versus the $10.4 million in market cap. It's currently at a $1 price. The lowest price that it has been is 0.006. So you could have seen this really make a move from some of these low levels. Let's look at over the last year and where this has come from. So it went from a level of 0.006, or sorry, 0.008 here, up to a high point of a $1.18. So basically, taking away 1 0, taking away another 0, and taking away another 0. So you would have made a ton of money just out of this move from here to here. Now, I'm not so sure as to who was a part of that move and who made money with that move, but that's definitely a decent amount that you could have gained from investing maybe $1,000 and adding 3 zeros to that. I mean, you're looking at what, 100,000, $1 million there with just that move. And seeing that increase to that level. But not a lot of people are going to be a part of that because, I mean, you're seeing 2% of the supply that's out there, 150,000 coins, and we don't know what their dilution schedule will be, if all of it is locked or anything like that, and how much is actually being held. So if we look at the holders currently, you see 1,000 holders that's there, 34% in a contract address, 17% in a contract address, another 7%, 5%. All of these are contract addresses that are there. So it doesn't look like a horrible position. I always want an explanation as to why you see these that are there. But the fact that you have the ability to fully dilute the position is something that's kind of alarming to a lot of people, me and some others, right? You're seeing $351,000 in volume. So again, this may show a little bit of potential, but I feel like a lot of the gains were already had at 0.006 all the way up to $1. So can show a little bit of potential, but there's probably some other things you have to look into to see whether it makes sense, you know? I saw a video from Drone Bitboy channel or what? What's your Shib beta release price prediction? For Shiba Inu, I don't know if Shiba Inu will have a massive impact to it. Maybe a 30% or at max 100% increase. If we see the overall markets at a positive. If we see the markets at a negative and things are moving in the wrong direction, we may only see a 10% increase or something, because it is only a beta that's technically a test net. Thanks a lot for your discussion. Why do you watch Pixel AI token? A very interesting project. I don't know. I never looked at it. Maybe yes or no. Rod? The XRP performed weirdly today. I mean, it's up. So, I mean, how weird is it? Thoughts on the CBDC central bank digital currency? I don't really have any strong thoughts on it. Any thoughts on it, actually. Never gave it two thoughts. XRP is the future. So coins, 25 crypto is going to last. XRP will be massive. I would agree with that. Satoshi is SBF video from BitBoy. I I don't know if that's true at all. They say they will be launching the real Shibarium next week, and this week would be the beta form. It's going to take 1 week to go through tests for that. I mean, that would be great. Thanks a lot for your discussion. It's the same thing. What do you think highly talked about projects like Cadena and Flux? Are they great technology in the crypto space? So I haven't dove into the technology. I always like to look at the investment side before I really jump into the. You're saying their all-time high is $95. I don't see their all-time high as $95. Oh, you're talking about over here. They probably had way less supply there. So yeah, you're looking at a $12 million market cap in 2021. $12 million market cap in 2021. What's the reason why they fell so much? I mean, no dilution. If there's not really a massive amount of dilution, then I don't know why they would fall so much. Yeah, you're not really seeing any type of dilution with it. It just fell. That's not a good sign. It just never released on multiple platforms. So it kind of became old news very fast. What's your I read that. I read that as well. Satoshi is Matt. Don't let that get out because it's not me. Satoshi is always in beta form. Satoshi is beta. Satoshi is not SBF. We know who Guy is. Probably is. Who is it? Great financial reset is upon us, and we can keep going. Debt is all time high. Interest all time high. Inflation all time high. We're not at all time highs right now. We were at all time highs for inflation when we were at like what 9% or something. We have ridiculous inflation numbers where you're seeing everything just cost way too much. Everything still costs a lot right now. Thanks for everything you do and show us, Matt. I wouldn't be in crypto anymore without your insights, my friend. Just saying. Well, I appreciate that. I know it's tough to stay into the markets when things are down. I know a lot of people that have left the markets completely or entirely, and they were upset to not make a move while things were at their lowest point for the crypto market. And I know how tough it is to stay in. Um, I've dealt with that plenty of times, especially in 2020. And I saw as it hit some really, really low lows. And I'm like, all right, once it hits these lows, I'm getting into this position. And I wanted to invest, I think it was in Facebook, when Facebook was Facebook. I wanted to invest into it at $130. And I ended up not getting into it at $130, and it went from 130 to like 300 plus. Thank you, Richard, for sending those memberships. I appreciate that a lot. 20 gifted memberships. Check your Twitter DMs. Why? I I don't want to check it um, live, but I'll go over here. Did you send me a DM? It's possible the testnet and the beta are two. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll respond to that first message in a little bit because I'm going to be hopping off of here in a little bit, somewhere around 8:30. Thank you for following over on TikTok. Again, we're at 5,600 likes on TikTok. I appreciate you guys more than you know. But that's a good thing if they are separate. That would be phenomenal. Ryan Davis, thank you for that super chat. MetaMonkey AI just made another deal with NSL for technology, but with them rolling out a blockchain with mining, the online offline wallet MetaMonkey AI is about to be huge. All right, I don't know about that, but I'll take your word for it. I hear a lot of well, I hear some positive things from MetaMonkey AI, but I haven't looked into it too much. Love your work, Matt. Thanks. No problem. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, I mean, a lot of memberships. Y'all welcome. Why can't I buy a membership? I mean, you can. You have to. Do you have an iPhone? If you have an iPhone or Apple products, you have to click on the link that's in the description, do it on a browser, and you'll be able to join as a member. Crypto is definitely not for the emotional because it will make you an emotional wreck. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know some people that just won't get into cryptocurrency because they see how volatile things are. I mean, right now, even the stock market is pretty damn volatile. I haven't looked at the stock market in a little bit, but even the stock market is pretty volatile. Like AMC is up by 1%. I just wanted to call that out in the pre-market. See anything else making a move of any capacity? Oh, really? XRP is up. It shows 6% up in XRP. Oh, we're seeing XRP almost at 40 cents. Is that right? XRP almost at 40 cents? Yeah, it's up 5.7% today. That's great. That's a good purchase that I had right there. It's not crazy, not a crazy amount of gains. Up 225%. Wait, 225% gain and sold. Great. You made money from it? We'll take it. You know, anybody will take it. What do you think about the metaverse? About Shib, the metaverse? I mean, we'll see how much of an impact it has on the different positions that are there and what the use cases will be with the positions. And so, um, yeah, I would definitely. Sorry, I was reading something else. I definitely want to see what the impact will be for Shiba Inu based on the use case, or for Bone based on the use case, and you know looking at kind of our first look of what the metaverse will be. Because I have my own space, I have my own plot of land in the metaverse. What are we going to be able to do with it? What are we going to be able to build with it? I'm excited about that, but you know, it's all unknown. We're getting our first looks, right? Matt, take a real look at MetaMonkey AI. The truth is in the details. Don't say I didn't put you on to these on respect. Yeah, I mean, um, again, I always say that I'm going to try and look into things, and then I never get around to actually doing it. Um, but yeah, I've heard some things about MetaMonkey AI. I've heard some positive things, obviously coming from the members of this channel. One being you, um, and it's always great if somebody can find a play that they truly do believe in. I'm not saying that I don't believe into it. I just don't feel don't feel like maybe there's a reason for me to, make that move into that play, especially if I'm not looking to buy anything right now. Um, so it would be kind of me getting in late if I was looking to make a move, you know? Everyone in Shib Discord say will not burn Shib. Queenie sleeping, or I'd confirm with her. AI play is done. AI play is done? You're saying different AI moves are done? I don't think so. I think it's really just getting started. Good morning, Matt. Sorry, just stretching a little bit. Back. I stretch my back. Just popping my head in to say thank you for the 1 month membership. Just got the email a second ago. Yeah, I mean that was Richard. Richard sent memberships, and I appreciate you popping in. I appreciate you watching in any capacity. So yeah, you got a membership from Richard, and just say thank you to him. Wasn't me. He's got a good channel over there as well where he talks about crypto. If you guys want to go and subscribe to Richard, definitely go and check out his channel. Talks about a lot of positions. Bone, I know he made an early investment in on Bone. So you're looking at one of the early investors there rather than the later investors above $1. So he's one of the investors that invested, I believe, somewhere around 50 cents or below that. So yeah, definitely check out his channel. I told Matt about them a month ago. Uh, the best risk reward ratio there is on the space, and he didn't even check it out. I've only dropped solid alphas here. What? I mean, sometimes I forget about things, and I have checked out. I thought I did check out Zen literally on the stream. I just never invested into it. Pretty sure I did check it out. Um, I don't know which one it is. This one. I don't remember which one. I'm pretty sure I did check it out. Definitely not that one. Yeah, I did. I don't really fully remember doing it, but I remember somebody bringing it up and definitely checking it out. But I just never invested into it. Um, if you didn't invest, it's because you don't buy into it. You mint it for free. So you're telling me that you can't buy into the position. I mean, at like the thing that I look at when I look into a position is I have my own strategy behind it. If I invest time into it, I want to see volume that can happen within the position. And the fact that we don't really see that much volume, you're seeing a couple millions of dollars that flows into this position. Um, it doesn't really show me that this can absolutely skyrocket or make bigger moves than a lot of the other plays that I could invest into. Not saying that it's a horrible play for you or for everybody. It's just not a part of my strategy. Everybody has certain cryptocurrencies that are in their strategy that are in that kind of flow in the same manner. And if you don't live by those and you just invest in different positions because people say that it's going to skyrocket, or you do a little bit of research and you see that it could skyrocket based on a different strategy, then you're not playing what works for you. So if it works for you, that's phenomenal. But the point is that it's not something that sits well with me, um, because it doesn't perform to my liking, right? And what I want to see. So, not saying it's horrible, not saying it can't be an investment. Um, it's definitely something that it's a totally different type of project. Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't really, again, it doesn't really look like a play for me, even with some of the history. I mean, you look at all history and it does not look enticing, right? Um, with the amount that it has, dropped down the consistency of that, lower lows, lower highs, or lower lows, lower highs that are there. Um, Again, it's just not part of my play. It's not for me, but it could be for others, could be for you, could be for other people. Um, yeah, and I'll leave it at that. Not every play has to be for everybody. And it's not to say just because I'm on YouTube with, 200,000 subscribers or whatever that my say is better than anybody's. No, I have a strategy. And if I want to trade a certain way, I'm going to trade that way. But if you're making money from it, that's phenomenal. I'm not going to be jealous that you guys are making money with anything that's in your strategy. I'm all for everybody making money. I remember this convo. Please read up on the project if you have time. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely, like I said, it's probably not going to be something that's in my strategy, so it's probably not something that I want to really spend a lot of time on. But um, I'm all for everyone making money, and we don't all have to have the same positions that we're investing into. Why am I showing this still? We don't all have to have the same positions that we're investing into. I think we can all have different positions overall, and just find something that works for us. While I like, um, maybe I'm trying to think of a play that maybe no one else likes. I mean, I kind of have plays that definitely have popularity behind it, so you definitely have a lot of people that like these plays. But maybe I like Lunatics token and someone else doesn't like Lunatics token. It's understandable if you don't want to invest in the Lunatics token. I'm not going to tell you to make that move into it if you're not comfortable with the play or you don't see any type of progress in it. We're not all right. Um, but we all have our own strategies to make money for ourselves. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have started my channel. You have started a lot of people out on this journey. Thank you. I will work on my thumbnails. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you taking that leap. I think a lot of people struggle with even jumping to starting something like that. I'm I'm so happy with the progress that a lot of the people have made that wanted to start a channel, that wanted to start talking about things. And it's about the love of cryptocurrency and investing that um a lot of people should be creating this content. I think with Crypto Dream that created a channel, and I believe he has what, like 100 or 200, or I don't know how many subscribers, but definitely has a decent amount of subscribers and gets a good amount of views as well, as when he's creating videos and shorts and all that stuff. You have DJ Trev, who's done an amazing job. You have you that's done a great job with creating content and putting your having your voice out there and what your opinion actually is on a lot of these plays. So um, it's about doing it for the love of investing and not just for the views. Really, once you get to a point to where it's your like main money driver or source of income, then you're like, all right, well, it's about the views but also still about the content, and you don't kind of want to push one to the side. Like, you're not trying to push like, oh well, I don't want to make content, I just want to make something that's giving me views. No, I still want to make a ton of content that I love to make, and this is it. Um, but yeah, I appreciate you guys making that leap, or taking that leap, um, with everybody that has done it. I think there's been 5 or 6 people that have started creating content, just based off of the fact that maybe my suggestion. And one of those people that really started making content and really is good at it. I mean, absolutely good at it. Not not from the investment side, but I had a next door neighbor to where he was talking about, we talked about YouTube and, what to focus on, thumbnails, titles, all of that. And make sure that you have the right title before you post things, make sure you're doing the editing and everything that's happening there. And he makes both of them, they make great content. And their channel is I believe they changed their name from the Family Young Vlogs to something else. But they now have like 150,000 subscribers. And I wouldn't say like I was the reason why they started, but I definitely talked him through, the different steps to take, different things to focus on and all that stuff. And I love the fact that he took that leap and he's kind of went all in on everything. And I believe they have a family of 11, so that's something that definitely sells on YouTube. Um, and I don't know what his channel name is right now, because I think, like I said, I think he changed it to, let's see, Beyond Our Doorstep. He has 151,000 subscribers, and they make videos about their family and, different places that they go. And I believe right now they're like traveling the world with 9 kids. So it's definitely something that's entertaining. But anyways, when's the drop date? Well, this week is the drop week. We don't know the actual drop date. Kadena is definitely worth a look. I did look at Kadena, a deep dive, and it has technology has a tremendous potential. And what is being built is superior to ETH and Solana. I hope you get the time to research it. I don't know if, see, that's the thing is I think I don't like when projects will, I don't know if they're pushing that mindset is that they're superior to ETH and Solana, being like better than everything, better than all the rest. That Ethereum's still going to have the market cap, still going to have the supply, still going to have the support, the volume that goes through it. And you're never going to see anything absolutely take over, those projects there. Whether you're talking about Bitcoin or Ethereum or maybe Solana at that, because you can possibly see a lot of things that are worth more than Solana or better than Solana. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think I did look at it before. Oh, it's already 8:30. All right, I'm gonna have to get out of here. I'll make sure. Um, every time we get around to something that you probably wanted to see, um, you've asked for like what, like 4 different projects, and I mean you gave super chats. I appreciate that a lot. So I did look into some of those, but I am gonna have to get out of here because I said I was gonna get out of here at 8:30. I just continue to talk. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out. Matt, you live next to an Amish family, 9 kids. Yikes! No, they actually they adopted, I think, 4. Yeah, they adopted four kids. Um, and I believe, I think they were having like struggles. Some families have struggles with having children and everything, and then they're like, "Are we just gonna adopt?" They adopted kids. They had, and they're great children. Like they weren't running around in other people's yards or anything like that, but they love to play and everything. So it's great to see kids have a home that they can go to, and you know um, it was just amazing to see, and it made me want to like do that as well. But obviously, we had 2 kids, so maybe in the later years, because I know it's always tough for finding a home for like teenagers who don't have um, home to go to, and that's something that we could always explore later in life. But they ended up adopting kids. They adopted 4 kids. They had a child of their own, and then they ended up having quadruplets. So they had um, 4 kids uh, in one, and in one delivery, and that was um, pretty intense, and they have the whole thing on YouTube if you guys want to see it. Um, so yeah, they definitely have a lot of children, and I think their quadruplets are now like 2 years old, maybe. I think we had Hayden. Yeah, they might be like 2 years old or close to it. Um, because we had Hayden before the quadruplets were born. But anyways, I got to get out of here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, or check out some of the links in the description for KuCoin, and Webull and Coinbase and Crypto.com. Definitely check that out. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Should Matt adopt me? No, let's not do that. I bet his sleep is worth more than money there. Probably.